Hey, what's up guys? Armchair Tuna back again with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be going over this build that I made that is kind of highly unique and customizable in its own way. And pretty much what this build is I like to call a slow mode build, and pretty much what this build is about is pretty much just slowing down your enemies as much as possible to where they can't really get as much hits in, but you can. So starting off with the weapon, it is going to be a toenail scimitar. Of course, depending on what you're fighting, the element for it can be changed, and also the Variant shield for the corrosion effect. And for the armor, it is going to be a Mask of the Mother Demon for poison and venom coating to get extra DPS in, the termite armor to slow down enemies, and the assassin greaves to have bleed on crit. And the fire rate armor, you will see what that is going to be used for later. Right now, I am not going to be using it. For the trinket, obviously it's going to be the Giddy Goop trinket, just to slow down enemies and also just deal a little bit extra damage on your third hit combo. But moving on to the perks, it's going to be Blade Master to lower the amount of damage an enemy does by 30% and also to reduce your exhaustion timer by 90%. Meat Shield for extra defense, it's also just a really good perk all around. Coup de Grand Trapper Peeper for just more damage. And Corporate Kickback just so you can gain massive lifesteal upon parrying and blocking. But yeah, moving on to the first fight of the video, it is going to be between, if I'm not wrong, the infected wolf spider. So as you can see, pretty much everything's the same. I accidentally made the toenail scimitar sour for some odd reason, but yeah, going in, actually never mind, retracting my statement, it actually fits with the Black Widow. I did get hit here a little bit, but right now the termite armor isn't really proccing, however everything else kind of is. And as you can see, with all the status effects build up, oh, there we go, the termite armor now procced, but the Black Widow is healing. And as you can see, she's pretty much attacking at the same speed how she was before, with all of the status effects, and she is kind of just getting melted. Now, she's not really getting melted fully because, well, the shield nerf that they did recently, but as you can see, she did try to heal there, but yeah, she just pretty much got melted. But that was the first fight, and yeah, as you could see, definitely really good, especially on fast enemies like the Black Widow. But moving on to the next enemy, I believe now this is actually going to be the infected wolf spider, and it is the mantis. Okay, well, I definitely need to rewatch the footage when I do this. But yeah, as you can see, this build is extremely good for just pretty much slowing down enemies that attack way too quick, such as the Black Widow, the mantis, maybe the infected wolf spider that we might be getting into soon. But yeah, as you can see, with all the status effects and also slowdown effects, the mantis can't really do anything. But one thing I will say about this build is that if you're not careful, well, I should say probably is that you do need to practice, and that is a major con with this build, is that if you don't practice, you're going to end up missing all of your parries because of the fact that, their attacks are obviously slowed down. You can't just go off of muscle memory for when, you want to try to parry them. But as you can see, the mantis doesn't attack as fast anymore. So obviously, yeah, right there you could see that her slam attack is extremely slow, and you could pretty much telegraph it. Right here, I couldn't get the all the status effects for slowdown stacked up, But, yeah, we're still just pretty much shredding through her. We managed to cancel out her, roar attack. But, yeah, right there is an example of, you know, not timing your parries correctly. But, so far we're doing pretty good. We do manage to parry there. I don't think I parried there. Missed the parry there because of not just practicing. We managed to stagger her there with the crit and canceled out one of her attacks. She's going in for another swing, which we managed to parry. And yeah, the slowdown effects, as long as all the other status effects, work really well together, as you're able to get in the most amount of DPS on an enemy without them like doing anything at all. And as you can see, with minimal damage to ourselves and also minimal attacks that Mantis did in general, it was pretty good. But yeah, moving on to the next variant of this build, I like to call this variant the Jack Frost variant. Now, the reason why I say that is because if we go over here, it is going to be a mint mallet instead of the toenail scimitar. Now, once again, I will get to what the fire ant armor is going to be used for in a second, but obviously the main weapon is going to be the mint mallet for the third hit on your combo to do a AoE frost attack to slow down enemies. And for the armor, once again, everything's pretty much the same. Same thing with the trinket, is going to be the Giddy Goop trinket. And for perks, however, instead of Blade Master, it is actually going to be Buff Lungs, just so you can get more attacks in. But yeah, everything's pretty much the same. But let's get on to the first fight of this build, which is finally going to be the Infected Wolf Spider. Finally, after mistaking it for two other bosses for the first time. And as you can see, we already managed to stun it, which is really cool, but unfortunately, we did lose our stamina. But, yeah, it got an unblockable attack in, but that was the only attack it got in before it pretty much died. So, that was a pretty good first fight. We did exploit its weakness, but, moving on to the second fight, it is going to be between the Broodmother. Once again, I have to re-enable all my perks again. I forgot to do that. But once again, it is going to be against the Broodmother. The Broodmother is a pretty decent boss for testing out builds. The one downside is that she does have a scripted roar attack. So as you can see, that scripted roar attack does put her into her second phase, but we did already stun her, and I think the roar attack was like the only hit she got in. But yeah, as you could see, she did jump away, and oh, voice crack there, sorry. And she is going to get a 5-hit parry in, well, combo I meant, not parry, but we do manage to block every single one of those besides the final attack. And she's going to do her roar attack again, but she's already down to around a third of her health, it looks like. She's going to jump again. And so far, I think she only got like one hit in for like each phase. Maybe like in total like 2-3 attacks, but she's going to roar again, which is just going to increase the time of the fight, which sucks. But, I do have to heal here due to all the venom and all that, but she's going to do a leap attack, but just because of that, we're able to get a few, like, free hits in. And, one thing I do like to say about the Mint Mallet and the Giddy Goop is that they work really well together, because they activate on the third hit of a combo, so you're actually going to be dealing a little extra damage from the Mint Mallet and also the Giddy Goop trinket. But as you can see, yeah, the Broodmother pretty much got destroyed there, despite the fact she was resistant to Fresh, I believe. And yeah, so moving on to the final fight of the video, and this is what the Fire Ant armor is going to be used for. it is going to be against the Infected Broodmother. Now, the reason why I say that is that the Infected Broodmother is by far the deadliest enemy in the game, and also the hardest. It attacks extremely quick, hits like a truck, and also has the same amount of health as, well, a tank. But, yeah, due to time constraints, I am going to have to skip to the third phase. But, yeah, right now, she did get a few really good hits in. She even brought me down to half health. But, I didn't hit a parry off there. But, yeah, look at all of her status effects. And she did break my block and get a hit in on me because I wasn't really practicing. And, you know, I missed all of the parries due to the slowdown. But, yeah, right here, this is the main reason why I chose the Variant armor for the Broodmother, well, the Infected Broodmother, and it is due to the fact that, you know, she's pretty much resistant to every status effect in the game, and the Variant armor just works really good against her, and, yeah, the Giddy Goop Trinket, well, I should say everything that makes the slowdown build, is also really good against the Infected Broodmother. So, this is the main reason why this is a separate variant of the build. Just because it focuses more on raw damage instead of status effects, I meant. Which is something you really want for the Infected Broodmother, as, you know, she's immune to pretty much most status effects, such as bleed, poison, and venom. And she is already down to half health, however, she did hit us a few times. And right here, yeah, so as you can see, she is attacking really slow for her 5-hit combo. And right here, she's going to do her little jump attack. That's pretty much the same speed as her second phase, but she does jump back, and she's going for another 5-hit combo, and because of how slow it is, we're able to parry pretty much every single attack. And also, Blade Master is really good, because as you can see, you don't have to run any stamina perk, just because of how fast it regenerates your stamina. So, it works really well with the Scimitar, because, you know, the Scimitar gives off the infection effect, but as you can see, hitting your final combo, she is dead. But, some final thoughts on the build is that it is pretty good. It's a very solid build, except its main con is you do have to practice for it a lot in order to be good, because you can miss your parries. But that is going to be all for today's video. Sorry if I haven't been getting around to some other people's builds, and I'll see you all later. Peace.